SolidCAM has the ability to drag and drop toolpath templates onto the SolidWorks model. On the right hand side of SolidWorks, you can see the drag and drop templates you've created over time, and we can use those templates on any SolidCAM component. This really does speed up the process on creating complex toolpaths quicker than ever before. In the first instance, I've dragged a 3D roughing template directly onto the SolidWorks model to rough the component out. This uses all the parameters you've set up, including tool information, tool parameters and much more. Now we're going to look at machining one of the blades with a 5-axis toolpath. In SolidWorks I've created a copied surface and trimmed away the pocket detail so we can then use this in SolidCAM to give us a cleaner 5-axis toolpath. Similarly, I can drag and drop a toolpath directly into the SolidCAM manager and then add in the required information into the toolpath, such as the surface we wish to cut and any necessary guide curves for the toolpath to follow. Other information such as tool axis control are already stored within the template. As you can see from the calculated toolpath, the template also had the information to pattern the toolpath 6 times to suit the component. Now I'm going to drag another 5-axis template into the SolidCAM manager to machine the bottom surface, and again only having to pick the surface to machine and the guide curves that are influencing the toolpath shape. The only other additional item I'm having to select is a check surface for the tool to automatically tilt if it comes into a collision with the tool holder. The last 5-axis toolpath I'm going to do is to machine the red fillets. This time I'm going to copy the previous toolpath in the SolidCAM manager, and again simply just altering the surfaces for machining. To make selection even quicker, we can pick the colour from the model and SolidCAM will find all the surfaces of that same colour instead of having to pick all the independent surfaces. We can also reuse edge curves from a previous toolpath rather than recreating the same information once more. Again, the final result has machined all 6 sets of fillets, as we had the pattern information held within the toolpath template also. The final toolpath I'm going to drag in from the drag and drop templates is a profile operation to machine the cutouts on each of the blades. This time, as you can see, I could pick an alternative coordinate position from the drop down menu. The only thing this leaves is to select the geometry of what I want to machine, and pick in the upper level and the profile depth. And this can be simply done by clicking on the necessary vertex or face on the SolidWorks model. As with the other toolpaths created from templates, all the remaining parameters have been set. The only thing this leaves is a simple 4th-axis rotation to repeat the process on the other 5 blades. All that's left to do now is to simulate the toolpaths within the SolidCAM simulator.